Felicitous greetings, fellow fanatics. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fanatic, and today I have a visual spectacle for you as we take a look at Planet of Lana An Off-Earth Odyssey, a puzzle platformer with stealth elements by Wishfully. Before we begin, what are some of the most visually impressive video games that you can think of? Let me know in the comments down below, and then let's dive in. Right out of the gate, it won't take you long to appreciate the absolutely stunning artwork that Planet of Lana has to offer. Every scene is carefully detailed with a mixture of subtle animations, parallax scrolling, meticulously detailed landscapes to create absolutely stunning imagery. You'll take on the role of the eponymous Lana, whose journey will take her through verdant forests, dimly lit caverns, windswept dunes, and more. But of course, the jaw-dropping artistry is but one part of this tale. I've said more than once that great visuals can't make a bad game good, but they can make a good game great. So just how good is the game? At its heart, Planet of Lana is a puzzle platformer. Lana can run, jump, and climb, as well as push and pull certain objects to manipulate her surroundings. Movement-wise, I'm very much reminded of the platforming in the original Prince of Persia. Lana is fairly athletic, but her ability to climb and jump is somewhat believable. She can safely fall a fair bit further than is realistic, but this certainly isn't like Mario or Sonic where the namesake characters can jump several times their own height. If you want to get to a ledge that's out of reach, you're going to have to figure something out. But as I mentioned in the introduction, Planet of Lana has some fairly significant stealth elements as well. Along your journey, you'll come across dangerous robots and fearsome beasts, but Lana is not a fighter in any sense of the word. If she gets forced into battle, then you've already lost. As such, you'll need to make use of your environment to sneak around foes, oftentimes baiting them in different ways to give yourself an opening to get away. The good news is that enemies aren't too bright. They follow very specific patterns, and if they spot you, they'll fall back into those patterns rather quickly if they can't get to you. Not long into your journey, you'll come across a feline-like creature which Lana names Mui. Mui will be essential in solving puzzles along the way as you can give her simple commands to stay and heal, which, unlike Earth Cats, she'll readily obey, and she'll be able to help you out in other sorts of ways as well. Sometimes she'll be the one to lead the way and get you to higher ground, but other times you'll have to find ways to help her along, especially since she hates water. Lana can tread water without issue, but Mui is absolutely terrified of it. Wait a minute, is hydrophobia becoming a running theme of my channel? Regardless, you'll have to use Lana and Mui together to get through most of the game, as they'll often need to rely on one another to get past obstacles that they themselves cannot. Overall, the gameplay is decent. It's nothing puzzle platformers haven't seen before, but if you're a fan of titles like Night Sky, Limbo, or the first couple Prince of Persia games, you'll definitely feel right at home here. I do feel I should briefly mention that there are a few QuickTime events in the game. These honestly feel very out of place in this style of game, but to the designer's credit, they have given you the option to disable them entirely and just watch them as cutscenes, which I wholeheartedly recommend you do. Back to presentation, obviously the artistry is the biggest selling point here. The designers know that this is a visually driven game and they take full advantage of that. It's not too uncommon for the game to simply take a few moments to let the scenery just breathe. There are a number of small areas which are just simple walks with no real challenges that exist solely for the purpose of showing off the scenery. Taken to its extreme, there's even one part of the game where you spend a little over 2 minutes just holding forward as the camera pulls back to show off the sunrise. It reminds me a lot of the cinematography in 2001: A Space Odyssey, but unlike that film, which I will forever contest holds too long on certain scenes, Planet of Lana does a good job of knowing when enough is enough. Most of these scenes are significantly shorter than the aforementioned sunrise, and do a great job of pacing themselves as not to overstay their welcome. Music is generally quite calm, though there certainly are a few exceptions when the scene calls for it. The other side of presentation is of course the story. Our adventure begins with Lana and her elder sister Elo visiting the graves of their parents. Shortly thereafter, they see robots raining down from the sky, absconding with just about everyone in their little fishing village. Lana alone is lucky enough to escape capture, and from there she wanders alone for a little while until she meets the mysterious Mui. After freeing the feline-like creature, they become fast friends and set off to free Elo and the rest of Lana's village. From there are a couple of plot twists along the way, but being a pseudo-silent adventure, there's not a ton to speak of in the way of actual plot. The story is presented mostly through imagery and the like, and it's more about that than anything else. I won't be going into a spoiler section as it's really not necessary to discuss the plot twist to appreciate the kind of story it's trying to tell. All in all, Planet of Lana is an enjoyable little title. And when I say little, bear in mind that I clocked in at finishing the game in just under 3.5 hours. Though mind you, I only found 2 of the 10 secret shrines hidden in the game. That being said, despite its brevity, it's a very enjoyable title. Obviously, the main selling point is going to be the artwork. As I said before, visuals can't make a bad game good, but they can make a good game great. And while the gameplay isn't anything particularly amazing, it is quite solid. I've played many video games in my life, and some have had breathtaking art. Wario Land Shake It, Epistory Typing Chronicles, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, Crosscode, and Skull the Hero Slayer are all excellent titles that look absolutely beautiful in motion. And I can safely say that Planet of Lana is in the upper echelon of these. The only one I'd solidly place above it is Wario Land. But considering we're comparing Nintendo to an indie studio that undoubtedly had a far more limited budget to work with, I'd say that pound for pound, Planet of Lana punches well above its weight. In conclusion, I find Planet of Lana An Off-Earth Odyssey to be worth a very respectable 8.4 out of 10. Planet of Lana is currently available for PC via Steam, GOG, and Epic, as well as the Xbox. If you're interested in purchasing or learning more, links are included in the description. What about you? What do you think of Planet of Lana? What games do you think have amazing artistry? If you have any questions, remarks, or posting points of view, leave them in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. If you really enjoy my work, please consider funding my channel on Patreon. Until next time, farewell, fellow fanatics. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I've worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.